Former Detroit Lion, also Cleveland Brown, and Oakland Raider, Armonty Bryant is suffering, believe from a kidney issue. And I'll tell you exactly what the issue is in a minute. I caught the article on ESPN. Blessings to this brother. I wanted to let everybody know. Maybe somebody could help him and keep him in his prayers. But he's battling for his life. But let's talk about Emergency Sports Talk. The article is in ESPN, and I'm going to read quite a bit of it. He says, I need a kidney from NFL pass rusher to dialysis. It's by Michael Rothstein, ESPN staff writer. And, it says pretty much Armonty Bryant wakes up every morning, gets out of bed for most of the day, can't leave his bedroom. He wants to. He will give almost anything to, but he must stay. Bryant is 28 years old, takes 4 pills for his blood pressure, and gets to work in a different job than one he had before as an NFL defensive lineman, who was drafted by the Cleveland Browns in 2013, last played for the Detroit Lions in 2016, is one he doesn't get paid for, but one he must complete in order to live. He, is suffering from disease. And let me let you know exactly what that disease is. It's known as FSGS. And it's sad, man. It's sad, man. And like I said before, God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers, man. And I don't wish this on nobody, man. I don't wish death or harm amongst nobody, man. And I really believe you speak it into existence, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? I believe in karma, and I really believe in speaking into existence. And I just want everybody to keep him in his prayer, speaking into existence. He finds a kidney, speaking into existence. He's able to get back and be there for his family and live a functional lifestyle. I've been there with somebody that's been not with dialysis, but that's been sick. And it's stressful on everybody. As far as you think about the person that's dealing with the illness, it's stressful on the caregiver, his wife, Kim, who has to be here 24/7 for him. And she's still working a job to provide for the family. But it's stressful for her because you got to hold it together. Women are some of the strongest creatures on the planet. And, you got to be there. And then it's just a frustration with him. Sometimes it mentally messes with your mind and you may go crazy, go loopy. But, and I have to tell the entire story. But he had several performance-enhancing drug suspensions in the NFL. And I'm not sure exactly what was the performance-enhancing drug he was taking. But a lot of times those drugs debilitate the body, and they could harm the kidneys and other organs in the body. So, you just can't help but wonder that he kept taking performance-enhancing drugs could have had led to this kidney issue that he's having. And you got to wonder about that. And that's his personal business. If whatever he was taking led to his kidney failure, he made an effort to take that stuff. So if that's the consequences that he's living with, we all make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? People got to understand forgiveness, and I'm not talking about this situation, but forgiveness is not for the person that you are forgiven. Forgiveness is kind of sanctuary relief, a happy place for yourself. Once you legitimately learn to forgive a person, then you can move on past the situation. You're not going to forget, but it gets sad. He said there are times he has to pause as he describes his life over the phone last month. It's still too raw to process. As a football player, he was fighting to reach opposing quarterbacks. Now he's fighting to live. At 6'4", 200, he weighed 270 pounds a year ago. Bryant is down to 235. When people ask if he's an athlete, they reference a wide receiver, basketball players, or not a hulking defensive end. In the beginning, I didn't even have an appetite. I couldn't eat before starting dialysis. I was eating 1-2 meals a day, not really even hungry, Bryant said. In a particularly low moment last month, I've lost so much weight and it's so depressing. It's not me, you know. Like when I was looking in the mirror, I don't see myself. I see a person. I see a tube coming out of my stomach. I don't see Armonty Bryant. Bryant current health concerns started in May 2018. Pretty much, man. It keep going on, man. I'm gonna keep going on. Bryant was not only forbidden from playing. The doctor said he needed to start dialysis immediately. Bryant was stunned. Even now, he isn't sure, you know, how it happened. He said his suspensions for performance enhancement drug had nothing to do with his kidney disease. He said the drug he took was Adderall, previously undiagnosed for undiagnosed ADHD. Okay. Football, he believes, might have had something to do with the acceleration of kidney disease, but he is sure science has improved it. The National Kidney Foundation reports African Americans suffer from kidney failure at a rate at least 3 times higher than Caucasians. 35% of United States patients receive dialysis, but only 13.2% of the population. But only 13.2% of the population. Patients, according to National Kidney Foundation, typically can live 5 to 10 years. Saying kidney is a very, very, very you know, important thing, man. If you got high blood pressure, you know, and it's undiagnosed, and you know that can lead to kidney failure. So it's very important to get checked up, and I definitely want everybody to keep Armonty Bryant in their prayers. So he said that, you know, his suspension for Adderall, that's what he got suspended for, was for ADHD, and that it had nothing to do with his kidney failure. So hopefully that be true. That's true, and hopefully they can find a cure for this disease, and you know, his family can stay strong, man. You know, that's the most important thing, man. That's not only stressful on him, being the man in the house, supposed to be the provider, the strong one, and to see him, you know, pretty much debilitated by this, broken by this, hurt by this. It's hard for your loved ones to see, hard for them to cope. But, you know, hopefully he find a kidney, he can get through this, man, because it's serious, serious business, man. And hopefully I'm praying for this brother to get stronger, get better, get back to, you know, being a professional, maybe a pencil pusher or a janitor, or being a college professor or engineer, whatever he chooses to do, whatever he chooses to get a degree in, or if he has a degree, to go ahead and do that. But, you know, once again, man, keep him in his prayers. I'll link that entire story into the description. You know, and you just don't never know. You know what I'm saying? You know, people take life for granted, and life can be gone like that, or your life can change like that, and you not even know it. So, you know, all the blessings to him, all the blessings to his family. Hopefully everybody stays strong. His beautiful wife, beautiful daughter, and the rest of his family stay strong, man. And he could beat this. But dialysis ain't no joke, man. Going there 3-4 times a day, clean your blood just to keep you alive. And hopefully he gets a kidney. I seen that former Lions general manager Matt Millen, he got a heart transplant. And yeah, good for him. He got that heart transplant. You know, and he's going to be able to live and hopefully, you know, live a healthy lifestyle from here on. But just want to let everybody know about this